Hi guys, I'm Scratch, and today I'm going to look at everything I think's important in the 1.1 experimental release. And we're going to start with something that everyone has been requesting, and I already think it's amazing. Vertical nudge, one of the most requested features ever in the game, I think, has made this a lot easier. So I'm going to quickly show you how I made this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but basically to do it with vertical nudge is so much easier.
I don't care how your factory looks, just make it efficient.
All right, Ada, chill out. Hope she doesn't bug us too much. But yeah, it's going to be so much easier the way that we can do it with vertical nudge, because I was using lots of weird tricks to get this all offset and stuff. But basically what I'm going to do is just set down this grid, flicking it 3 times and doing like that. And then we go 1, 2 across, down, 3 rotations with the middle mouse button, 3 rotations with the middle mouse button again, and just offset these single ones like this. There we go, and there's the basic mortar pattern. You can do a few more on the edge, but it looks a bit messy for this example. And then this bit is offset by 1.5 meter, basically. So that used to be kind of tricky to do, but now all you do is put a beam in like that, H, and now I've changed my vertical nudge, which you can see, to comma and period. That's because it's normally page up, page down, but I'm on a laptop and I don't really have they're the same buttons as my up and down, so it was all being weird. What you do now is just nudge it up or down. It doesn't really matter. You go down, and then and control to half nudge. Hold control, half nudge it down. That's why it wasn't working. Gonna go in like that, and then we just fill these in basically. So I'll go in by meter and then that. Could even do one on the top, couldn't we? Just to make it alphabet. You could obviously make a blueprint of this if you want. Get rid of these. And there you go, that's a really easy way of doing a brick texture. Now, I could have done a bit more fancy to make these inset a little bit, which is what I did on my original one, just to make it a little bit more cleaner. But I think that looks really nice. And like I was going to do a tutorial on it, and then they released this and there's not really any. I was using frame floor foundations and pillar slides to get all these all in the right place, but now the vertical nudge, it is super duper easy. And obviously we're going to find way more uses for vertical nudge, but I thought this was a nice one, and everyone that saw this wanted a tutorial, so there you go, that's how you do it, easy peasy. Next up, I think one of the most important things we're all looking forward to is this sign copying. One of the things that's great is I did a sign video, which I'll link in the top corner if you want to see that. But now in that video I say you don't know, there's no way of telling which way a sign is up. Now you know, you can see there's an arrow and you can tell which way is up and which way is down, which is super useful. But also when you copy and paste a sign, it copies and pastes all the information on it, not just the sign. And that was in the announcement video, so no one's surprised about it. I mean, it's super useful for doing lights and stuff. But also, what wasn't in there is that it happens for everything. Look, if I copy this wall with middle mouse button, it copies the colour of it. Look, if I copy this beam, I get a red beam. I copy this beam, I get a black beam. Copy this beam, I get a blue beam. So it now copies all colour information as well. And not only that, look, this constructor is set up to do a really weird amount of plates. If I middle mouse button it, this one will also have that recipe input. And not only that, if I copy this red light, place it down, power it, it's red as well. This copying is going to speed up so much stuff. I mean, I haven't tested everything, but I assume it applies to a hell of a lot more. But it's not just signs like they showed us in the trailer. It's everything. For colours, walls, recipes and lights. And like I said, I'm sure we're going to find a ton more. By the way, one thing I found out for this, they've added if I go into the games menu, if I go into advanced game settings, they've added this no fuel cost. If I turn it on like this, so the chainsaw is not included in the no fuel advanced game settings. So that's good to know. Now, one thing you might have missed, they did mention it, but they have updated animations. So you see, things fall over now. Oh, I hadn't looked at this one. What the hell? Oh my, that's cool. I had not cut down one of those before. Bye bye. Well, it's gone. Discovering things as we go. And as you see, look, chop it, falls over and blows up into a million bits. Well, you can also, if I go explode things, and that has no animations. By the way, if you don't notice, I am playing on April 1st. We have the massive doggos, the Sanctum bad guys, and probably some small beans somewhere. I really want to blow up one of these now. What happens if I blow up one of these? Oh, can I? How come I can chop them down, but I can't blow them up? Whoa, there it goes. Oh, yeah, and it does the same thing. Another thing they added is crash site dismantling. And one good thing I found is obviously this is my creative world. I haven't unlocked any of these. It will not let you dismantle them if you haven't released, if you haven't got the hard drive out of it. So don't worry about accidentally deleting crash sites. Okay guys, now we get onto the big one, which is the Blueprint Auto Connect feature. I'm going to quickly show you something of how it works. I've set up a test blueprint. Where have I put it? So I've just got a little belt. You can see there's Blueprint Auto Connect and there's also Default Auto Connect. Obviously they're the same. Default and Blueprint are the same as they were before, but you've now got the Auto Connect version. So if I put this down, and I am within a meter, you have to be within a meter. If I go, oh no, I'm a bit further away. There you go, look, within a foundation, that's it. Within a foundation, it will auto snap. Anything slightly over that, there's a little bit more than that, isn't it? It will disappear. You think that might give you just that? It's not. You click once and then you can position it and you get a full belt length, which is really, really cool. So I can do that all the way over there, like that. If I just get rid of these a sec, see that also includes that new bit in the new blueprint as well. So if you're deleting that, you'll delete that whole new section as well. What I did discover though is I tried some of my old blueprints and it does actually work. Like it doesn't have to be a blueprint, a new blueprint. So this is an old belt highway I made, or an old video. You can see it does work. It goes a bit weird if you're not lining up quite right. It can miss some, it can so you have to make sure you get your alignment right. But again, if I get this nice, and this is where we could use the blueprint auto connect mode. There we go, so it stays nice in line. And again, it's click like that. So if you want to swerve it, obviously this is going to really help us build nice long belt highways and stuff like that. Something I expected it to do, which it doesn't, which makes sense in hindsight. If I get, where is it? This one. You'll notice it is not connecting those splitters with belts, which makes sense. There's no belts coming out of them. So all you have to do is, yep, hang on, what button am I pressing? Sorry for the weird noise. I made a new version of it with just little bits of belt sticking out, and as you can see, that connects really nice, and it auto connects my blueprints in. Oh, I have to remember to do that, don't you? Well, I'm still getting used to this. Like that. So remember, it's a click to make sure it's connected, and you can have it as far apart as you want. And like that. Now, as far as I can tell, it doesn't do power lines, which I suppose is fair enough. Because I guess if there was, say, for instance, two like that, it might not know which one you want that connected to, I'm guessing. But yeah, at the moment, I don't think it does power lines. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'd love it if it did. Now I'm going to get on to what I really think is the killer feature of the Blueprint Auto Connect. I think it's going to change how we build rail lines. So if I bring up this quick little blueprint of a train line support I've made, just something I've rushed together, and I've got it on default auto connect mode. If I click one down, and then I get that, see you get the auto connect on railway, I can then click that and bring it all the way out to the rail limit and build another one, and then get this roughly in the same. Now the problem I found here is sometimes it's real tricky to get it in the right area, but you just need to keep getting it around until you get into that sweet spot, and then you can go up the hill, and then again you'll hear that little clicky noise, click. I can even rotate it like this. Look how quick that I'm building my rail line. Super simple, super elevated, just as quick as if you're riding it along the ground. This right here is an absolute game changer. This is going to make making railways so quick. If I can get it in the right place. You're going to have to excuse the clipping here just for an example. There you go. Now this is where it gets tricky. I've come to a big drop off, and it doesn't want to do it. But I mean, you can always just add one in. Check this works. I made it too. Yeah, I've made it too steep. But yeah, that's where you're going to struggle a bit. But there is a solution for this, and it's where we started in the video. Hit H and then vertical nudge until you get the blue. It's then going to be tricky to get that again, isn't it? But then, I mean, all you really have to do is build yourself a small platform close to where you want it. So let me get this. See if I can get this right. Like that, get the click, and then I can carry on. And then you can delete that. So yeah, I mean, in about 5 minutes there, I have built myself a pretty substantial little railway line that curves and bends and goes wherever you want it to, and is super duper fast. I think this is the real killer feature of the update, because railway lines are always a pain to design and then add, and then you have to connect them all and spacing them all out. But now with this auto connect, we know how far we can go, and we can build same for belt highways and everything. You can just build them like this, and it's going to take you minutes. Belt buses, pipe buses, railway lines, it's a game changer. It really, really is. Now there is a ton more to this update, including the amazing photo mode. One thing I'll bring out on this is the screenshots you take are no longer in the same folder, in the same place. Hit this button down here and it will take you to the screenshot folder. It will open it up for you. One thing I have noticed though is don't do what I did earlier. Trying to grab a blueprint, go into photo mode, it will place one every time you do it, but I tried to do this. It's going to take photos every time, and it's going to zoom in, and if I try and detach the camera, which is a great new feature as well, if I hit R, oh yeah, there we go, when you come back in, I got this. So you can take photos. Yeah, you come back into the game and it's broken. So I might submit this end bit to Coffee Stain as a bug, because Yeah, this broke my game now. Okay, well, since I have broken the game, I figure it's probably a good place to end the video. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. I'd like to also say thanks for 2,000 subscribers. I'm actually, I think, 1 subscriber away from 2,100. So if you want to be that last subscriber, I mean, I might have got it by the time this video comes out, but thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That's great to get that kind of support from the channel. But yeah, thank you very much if you've made it this far. If you have and you want to watch something else, check out this video on signs that I mentioned earlier, which probably gonna have to update now. I've been Scratch, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.